On 19 December 2018, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was appointed as Manchester United's caretaker manager. After an exceptional run in his first few games, he was appointed as United's full-time manager on 28th March 2019. Since then, Manchester United have seen a steady rise in their fortunes, with a Europa League final and a second place finish in his Premier League being significant achievements. However, Ole has failed to take the star-studded Manchester United team to the next level, and his recent poor form has seen him being sacked. So, hello and welcome to the Football Parliament podcast, your one-stop destination for all your football debates, discussions, and opinions. Today with me to discuss the sacking of Ole, मेरे साथ एक Manchester United fan and Hakam and Anshuraj. So I'll start with the United fan. Hakam, क्या thoughts? Ole sacked, recent form. Give your
Long
views over
overdue,
here.
long overdue sacking. मतलब after the Liverpool game 5-0 हारे हम. Ole should have been sacked then. तब sack नहीं किया because the board is very incompetent. They want a puppet, but I won't speak about the board. It's of course about Ole's sacking. So this was the final nail in the coffin for Ole. मतलब इसके बाद अगर sack नहीं होता फिर तो ऐसे मतलब पागल ही board है. So yeah, this was a long overdue sacking, but I respect Ole. उसने जो भी किया है ये टीम के लिए, from where he got the team एकदम ऐसा in a very bad state after Mourinho left to what it is now. Of course, बहुत सारा पैसा spend किया है, 387 million pounds in total, which is more than even Pep at Man City. But Ole was never supposed to be a manager जो हमको ऐसे European glory दिलाए या फिर हमको Premier League glory दिलाए. He was always supposed to be like a Lampard manager. जैसे Lampard for Chelsea कैसा था वो आया उसने squad को मतलब he improved a lot of young players and then he left and gave the manager role to a world class manager in Tuchel who took them to European glory. So I think that's what Ole was meant to be, but he was here for 3 years. बहुत ज़्यादा time हो गया.
Actually, I really like the comparison that you've made between Frank Lampard, Chelsea, and Manchester United, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in many aspects. The only thing I'll be hoping for is कि you all don't get a Tuchel-like manager now, and results तो same नहीं होने चाहिए. But Anshuraj, Hakam mentioned that Ole was trusted with a lot of money in the summer. Do you think that played a role in this whole sacking of his?
या डेफिनेटली वो स्पेंडिंग के बाद उसकी एक्सपेक्टेशंस भी उतनी बड़ी है जितना पैसा खर्च किया है एक्सपेक्टेशंस भी लाइक 1:1 रेशियो में लाइक बड़ी होगी ओले का लॉन्ग टाइम टारगेट साइन हो गया जेडन सैंचो बट उसको वो खिला नहीं रहा है फिर उसकी डॉनी वैन डे बेक की ट्रीटमेंट भी काफी
क्रिस्टियानो रोनाल्डो
हाँ फिर स्टार साइनिंग क्रिस्टियानो रोनाल्डो वापस आया तब भी रिजल्ट्स का कुछ चेंज नहीं हुआ तो ये सैकिंग तो होने ही वाली थी हाकम ने जैसे बोला था
results are one thing but manner of the results if you see like I saw yesterday's game against Watford was it well mind that it's a relegation battling team Watford and 4-0 to एक score line है but if you've seen the entire 90 minutes 4-0 से भी worse है same case for Man City as well 4-1 sorry yeah my bad and Man City के against भी 2-0 score line था but मतलब डोमिनेशन तो अलग ही लेवल का था और यूनाइटेड गेम्स में तो एकदम हेल्पलेस फील करने लग जाती है कभी उनकी मेंटालिटी मेरे हिसाब से right now is very disjoint so I think Ole to an extent has lost the dressing room as well and it's very clear to see that the club or the players aren't fighting for the club's badge. I think the very captain itself Harry Maguire making such foolish decisions these moments of panic when he's just giving the game away. And we saw this recent tweet thing that he's parting after the game. I'm not sure how true that is, but things exactly aren't weren't in the correct direction. I think Ole has sacked is a good move for United. Now, how come? What next? आगे क्या? Which manager is likely to come and replace Ole?
So Manchester United का अभी favorite option is of course Zinedine Zidane. but according to reports, he might not be coming to United. Apparently his wife doesn't want to live in Manchester, and of other reasons. He doesn't know English, and बहुत सारी reasons है. But my favorite manager option would of course be Zidane. Like three-peat with Real Madrid, like no joke. मतलब बहुत अच्छा manager है. He would be the best option for us. But abhi currently, according to the bookies, most likely option is Brendan Rodgers. But Brendan Rodgers ने भी अभी थोड़े टाइम एक दो दिन पहले स्टेटमेंट दिया है कि he's happy at Leicester City, he's happy with the owners, he's happy with his team and all of that. तो अभी I'm very confused कि क्या होने वाला है. But for now, the caretaker manager is Darren Fletcher and Michael Carrick. जो अभी बैकरूम स्टाफ है, देखो ये जो पूरा हमारा इतने बैड रिजल्ट्स और ये सब था, it wasn't just Ole, it was all of his staff. So what happens at Manchester United is they get jobs for the boys, is what all of us, all the United fan base calls it. मतलब जो हमारे United legends हैं उनको ही jobs मिलते जा रहे हैं ऐसे director of football role. जो Nicky Butt even left the club because of this. He wanted to get the director of football role, but उसको नहीं मिला. So he felt very disrespected और उसने club छोड़ दिया. And this has been happening at United for such a long time. And finally we thought थोड़ा बहुत change होगा after Ed Woodward left the club. But अब फिर से वही हो रहा है because Ed Woodward is about to come back to the club. ऐसे कुछ तो reports थे. मतलब this situation just it doesn't improve. So I don't think Ole's sacking means United will get back to European glory और ये सब. It's gonna take a long time. बहुत सारे changes चाहिए backroom staff में, and फिर होगा. But my favorite option for manager would be Zidane. But the most likely option is looking like Brendan Rodgers. Who would you guys prefer as Manchester United?
Yeah, you're correct when you say that Brendan Rodgers looks like the most likely option. I just got this odds of the next Man United manager. Brendan Rodgers is right up there with 13 to 10 odds, then followed by Zinedine Zidane, Eric Ten Hag, Mauricio Pochettino. So, as you mentioned, Zidane could be a good manager, would definitely be a good manager because he has the experience of leading a team filled with superstars like Cristiano Ronaldo, Rafael Varane, and now he's got even more of them, Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho, to mention some. But Anshad, what do you think who should be the next Man United manager in your opinion?
I think Zidane only should become the next coach. You know, his ability to manage like star power and to handle egos in the dressing room. I think वो बहुत काम आएगी because you know अभी United के dressing room में काफी बड़े figures है, Varane, Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes भी. तो इन सबको मैनेज करने के लिए आई थिंक Zidane be the best guy. And you know हाकम ने जैसे बोला कि उसकी 3-peat सक्सेस कोई जोक नहीं है, बहुत बड़ी बात है. पहली बार ऐसे चैंपियंस लीग के मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री में हुआ था ये. तो और प्लस उसकी टैक्टिकली भी ओले से काफी बेहतर है. इन गेम मैनेजमेंट उसकी बहुत अच्छी है. जैसे लिवरपूल के सामने अगर वो हाफ टाइम या उसके थोड़ा पहले अगर थोड़ी सी स्विच हो जाती तो गेम का पूरा कम्प्लेक्शन चेंज हो सकता था. बट ओले ज्यादा कुछ चेंज नहीं कर पाया और यू नो फिर ह्यूमिलिएशन और बढ़ गई. तो Zidane tactically or even in man management also, I think he's just a better manager than Ole on all levels. And I think for that reason, I think Zidane should be Man United's next coach.
But one thing that I would like to say about Zidane is when Hakim also mentioned in his first argument that he made was that United's board like to have this manager who they can kind of puppet because they kind of want to control that manager. This might be a reason that they didn't go for Antonio Conte because realistically speaking, we all know that Antonio Conte would have preferred Man United over Spurs. But Conte is known to be a manager who, puts pressure on the board, stays at the club only if his wishes and wants are being fulfilled. So do you think Zidane would fit in that puppet category that United often look for in their managers? Akam, what do you think about that?
No, definitely not. Zidane is the opposite of a puppet manager. He won the three-peat because of his good relations with President Perez. at Real Madrid. That would definitely not happen at United. They try to make him their puppet, and then it would fall out in a year. And I hope all of this doesn't happen, but I'm just saying this might happen because it's the Glazers. मतलब उन लोग को बस पैसा चाहिए. They're happy with top four. They're happy with United getting Champions League football. बस उनको वो चाहिए. Just sell jerseys, sign big name players, and just splash say money for the sake of it. Like 80 million pounds on Harry Maguire. We saw what he did last night. 2 yellow cards, मतलब ऐसे pointless. Like, how is he even our captain? मतलब क्या है ये बंदा? And then
Captain
72
is
million.
actually one thing that I was going to come to, because you said that how Harry Maguire is still the captain, and there are reports.
I mean, he won't be in like a few hours, is what the reports are saying. मतलब they're giving it to Ronaldo, but like reports, मतलब sources इतने strong नहीं है.
What is the source exactly, Jacob?
It's a very nice source known as Real Saviali or something.
Savanti, Real Savanti.
Yes, Real Savanti. Very, very nice source sent to us by our beloved Manish. But वो बात नहीं. Abhi we're talking about Ole. But we must not forget.
Ole wasn't the only reason that caused all this downfall. Do you think a change in captaincy would be something that will benefit United right now?
Yes, it would benefit United, but it's not a very crucial part of all of this. मतलब if Maguire के जगह Bruno was the captain or Ronaldo was the captain, it wouldn't have made a difference because मतलब tactics तो नहीं है ना. Tactics इतने अच्छे नहीं है. He man management भी नहीं है. He overplays so many players. Bruno, Fred, gives so मतलब इतने कम minutes to Van de Beek. Before yesterday, he had played 17 minutes in the whole season. Daniel James, who left the club, had more minutes than him. And it's so poetic. सब लोग ने ये meme देखा होगा. It's so poetic that Donny van de Beek was the person who scored the last goal in Ole's managerial reign. So it just tells us about Ole's man management and But we must not forget about what all Ole has achieved with this club. 29 games unbeaten, which is a record in Premier League history, beating Arsenal's record. And of course, that night in Paris, how can any United fan forget that? It was personally the best night of my life. I mean, itna bhi important nahi tha. It's Champions League round of 16 game, but given the circumstances, like hamare sub players injured the, Ole had just come in as a manager. I say it was just a beautiful game. And then that 9-0 hammering of Southampton, another record Premier League greatest victory, tied with Leicester, of course, but great game. And Ole has given us some great moments. He has signed the man who changed the whole United. Like, he helped us with all this glory, Bruno Fernandes. He attracted big names. Jadon Sancho, he was chasing for 2 years, of course. Finally mil gaya. Then Ronaldo, Varane, like he attracted some big names and he has done a lot for the club. But yeah, I think abhi time uska khatam ho gaya and it was time to go.
Right then, Ansha, do you have anything to add, or we should, conclude this podcast?
No, I agree with what Hakam said. That Ole has done quite a bit for the club. ऐसे नहीं है कि कुछ भी नहीं किया है उसने, काफी किए है. लुक शॉ की डेवलपमेंट देख लो, ऐसे काफी सारे प्लेयर्स का बहुत डेवलपमेंट किया है उसने. ठीक है, 1-2 प्लेयर्स का फ्रीज आउट कर दिया था उसने, लाइक एलेक्स टेलेस एंड वैन डे बीक, बट तब भी लाइक his overall improvement of the squad, I think he should be given credit for, definitely. And he has signed some players who might be the foundation for future United success. Players like Bruno Fernandes, Sancho, and yeah. So, but as Akam said, his time was up, and there is no point keeping a manager who will only take it to a certain level. And the new manager has to be a world-class one. Man United cannot afford more mediocrity in their managerial appointments.
Okay, then that is it. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been sacked by Manchester United. Who will be the next replacement? What does that mean for United? They've got tough fixtures coming up. I think they've got Villarreal in the uh, Champions League. They've got Chelsea in the Premier League. So some crucial games as well. What does this mean for Manchester United? What will the managerial change do for them? Only time shall tell, but we will make sure to keep you updated. So thank you for listening till the end. And for more top quality football content, keep listening to the Football Parliament podcast.